Hello people of the internet, welcome to my Battlefield 1 opinion video. Thank you for coming, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope not to disappoint. I'm not going to do that voice anymore because it's shit. I hope to inform you about everything you need to know, because this is it. This is essentially it, guys. This is what the multiplayer is going to be. They will tweak things, maybe little tweaks, maybe kind of big changes, maybe, but nothing like those big changes won't affect anything on a major scale right now. This is the groundwork. So how is it? It's good. How could I say it's not good? It's fantastic. Every fucking YouTuber on earth is saying it's fantastic, and it is. But if you're coming into this thinking, oh wow, that looks pretty good, it looks like they've built this entire new foundation of a Battlefield experience, you're wrong. That's it. You're just wrong, because this is essentially Battlefield 3 or 4 in a World War One theme. Now that means it's basically a reskin of the same formula that they've been using since Battlefield 3, and that is just complete fucking chaos on the battlefield, which is alright, but that means shit spawns, occasionally shit maps with shit layouts, and that's alright though, because let's just give DICE a bit of a round of applause, because they didn't make this Battlefield and they didn't make this hardline, and I know how hard that is, given that EA has an awful track record of making I like to give DICE the benefit of the doubt. Like I like to think they're a good developer, but like I have no idea whose fault this is. That like this situation came about where I was questioning the validity of this game and how good it was going to be, simply because that I don't know who's manning the helm anymore. Is DICE the one who's in charge of their development, or is EA? EA. Well, let's just say it's EA. I like to think it's EA, because EA funnels the money in, so they're basically going to tell DICE what to do. So what do you want? What do you want from this beta? What did I want from this beta? I wanted an authentic World War One experience with decent balance and not shit respawns. What I got was a Battlefield 3 and 4 reskin that is amazing, with shit respawns. Well, it's always going to be the fact how they do it is always going to be. There's always going to be that type of respawning, that shit. But you know, that's all right. I'm used to it. I've come to revel in and laugh and enjoy my weird instant deaths upon spawning. Now, I'm going to get into the meat of what we actually have here. Now I'm going to get into classes. First off, we have Assault. Now, Assault is basically the offensive half of the engineer from Battlefield 3 and 4. He is a anti-vehicle, close-quarters combat focused unit. He mainly uses, well, he can only use shotguns and SMG, or fully automatic SMG, early model SMGs. So the shit, basically. If you're expecting a close-quarters combat, you've won. Basically, you go in with the edge, you go in with the initiative. But if you're expecting a rather lengthy, medium to long range, like bit of an encounter, you're fucked, because even remotely hitting the target you're aiming at is quite a feat. Burst firing only helps so much at this point. You do, if you level up the class, you do later get access to more anti-tank and better variations of the shit, like not very accurate weapons. Mainly this anti-tank mines, anti-tank grenades, and anti-tank rifles. Well, anti-tank rifle, not rifles, what the fuck. An anti-tank rifle. Anti-tank rifle is really good because it's not just anti-tank. If you see a group of enemies like camping in a building and you don't want to go in there because like your grenade won't do enough damage, and your whole squad's shooting at them but they can't seem to get a hit because they're like proning, you set up your little anti-tank rifle, put a anti-tank shell in, shoot the side of that building, you've killed 2 of them, it's like kicking an ant's nest. The whole squad's like, fuck, what the hell happened? Then you reload your anti-tank rifle, pop another one in, you've killed another 3 of them, they've all run outside, and your squad's had a field day gunning them down. It's really good, really cool, and I love, as much as it's shit to say this, Levolution was a good thing. I don't think it's a main selling point though. It makes the game funner, but it's not like a main feature. Alright, so that's Assault. He's basically everything I just summed him up as. Medic. Medic is kind of straightforward, if you know what I mean. He revives people and he heals people. He has good weapons. He has the majority of just like semi-automatic and then fully automatic rifles. These are very slow fully automatic rifles, so the fire rate isn't fantastic. It's basically like a semi-automatic gun that fires automatically, if you know what I mean. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say. Like, it's kind of like a contradiction for me. It's weird for me to say that, but like it contradicts itself. But yeah, he fires like bang, 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 bang. He's not like, you know what I mean? He's like bang, 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 bang. So you don't have to expel that energy to fucking push the trigger down like a couple of times. You can just hold it down and see how efficient that is, saving a lot of time pissing around. So yeah, healing, reviving, and also later on, if you grind him a bit, he has the ability to get rifle grenade attachment. So he pops a little grenade onto his rifle grenade attachment and fires it. So you can basically effectively, it's not very accurate, but you can effectively shoot grenades. So it's a grenade launcher basically into buildings and help clear them out and shit. That's pretty good. Next up we have support. Now support is basically your heavy machine gunner, and if you were aiming for any level of authenticity in your game, you would have made him your the only person who would have had automatic weapons. He's the heavy machine gunner. He'll lay down suppressing fire. He's good at medium to long range and close. If you've got the right got a more like a machine gun with like a high fire rate, he's good at that. He's also good at laying traps. Now he gets a couple of traps, like explosive or flame traps, which I really like. So let's just say he set up. You're a heavy machine gunner. You throw an ammo crate down to resupply your squad, and they've run out to the courtyard to try to take it. You walk upstairs. You set up your machine gun. You lay suppressing fire. You've killed a couple of guys, but oh no, one of them's got through you and your squad and sneak past. Let's just say he's an assault and he's getting ready to shove his shotgun right up your ass. Climbs up the stairs. The trap you've set has just gone off, and he's on fire and he's dead. So, oh god, thank God I set that trap up. That's the exact emotion and feeling you get when you've set up a trap and it's killed someone. Thank God. It's basically insurance to make sure you don't get ganked from the side. That being said, though, after a wide amount of combat, there's multiple ways for an enemy to get into a building, so you're gonna have to pick your trap point very well. So that's what we have for support. I'll enjoy support. I enjoy every class in this game, except recon. I usually like snipers, but recon, I just find that it's not that different from a sniper from Battlefield 3 or 4. It's just too many people play as them, which is a bit annoying, and I don't really enjoy the guns they get, because, like, to be honest, if you're going for authenticity, just like the heavy machine gunner, all infantry should have had the guns that the recon have, like the bolt action rifles, but I just don't enjoy them as much as I should enjoy them. I don't know, that's probably just my taste and everything. But yeah, recon is effectively just your typical sniper class in 3 and 4. Didn't play much of it, so I haven't got much to say, unfortunately. If you came here for that, then I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get it out of me. Alright, now, there were 2 extra classes that you probably don't know exist unless you actually spawned as one. Now, that's a weird thing I just said. It's a hard and easy thing to explain. Now, when you spawn any time in the game, if you spawn from a certain point, you may have the ability to spawn in a tank immediately instead of hopping in one. If you spawn inside a tank immediately and you've selected it and you've done that, you will become a pilot. Now, a pilot can either be for a tank or a plane, so that's the 2 things. And he gets to choose from a kind of a very specialized list of tanks. So there's quick, weak tanks, and then there's heavy, large tanks, and there's different variations and different like levels of different like speed, armor, guns, like cannons and machine gun like stuff. Yeah, so you get the gist of that. Now, he's good because he's the defensive part of the engineer. He's the guy who'll keep the vehicle running, he'll keep everything together, and it's really good how they've done tanks, because it's really important to have a tank crew. Assaults are pretty defenseless, but if there's a group of them and they come at you to try to take you out, you're pretty fucked without a tank crew, because without a tank crew you don't have the side gunners killing people that are running up on the sides. If one person is driving a tank and he runs into a group of enemies, you're fucked, because every single enemy will throw a grenade at you. And if you get your tank, in order to disable a tank now, you have to, well, it's always been this, you can destroy the tracks and you're basically just a sitting duck. In order to repair the tank, which is good. You can do it from inside the tank now, which is fucking beautiful. What you do is essentially you just hold down a button and it heals. But this makes it so you can't shoot and you can't move. So you're sitting duck. And if your tank crew was there, they could either hop out and covering fire you and get some of the enemies away from you, or they could just sit inside in safety and hold that trigger down and just blow them away with some machine guns. And I think that's really beautiful, and that's a good balance. Didn't play planes, so I'm not going to talk about them. I hate planes in Battlefield. I just never good at them. Never hate aircraft because I'm never good at them. They're just... I know why they're there. I just don't like them there. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the cavalry. Cavalry is beautiful because there's no more satisfying feeling than pulling out your cavalry saber and cutting the head off a recon who's been pot-shotting your entire squad. Now, the cavalry are really good at rushing a group of enemies because it's still hard to hit them. It's really hard because you move so quickly to hit them. Your horse can die. You and your horse have two separate health bars. So when your horse dies, you don't die. I don't think. Well, when my horse died, I fell off, and I was still alive, and I got up and I killed the guy who killed my horse. Bit upset. Now, you have as a cavalry officer, you have the ability to drop ammo and health pouches, which is cool. So if you notice your squad or another squad is under fire and they're running out of ammo and they keep requesting medic and ammo, but no, there's no medic around, there's no medical support there, you'll just go. You're right up there. Drop them as you run past at full gallop, and they're like, "Thanks, dude." I'm like, "Yeah, man. I got you, fam. I got you, boy. I'm gonna save your life." So yeah, and then you gallop away. It's really good, and they have a rifle as well as a saber, which is of course their melee weapon is a saber. It is a 2-shotter, so 2 shot to the chest, dead. 1 shot to the head, kill, which is like most guns. But yeah, so it's really good. So he's effectively just got a really powerful rifle, and which is a good balance because he can't use iron sights. So when you get on a horse, you're in third person. So you're effectively shooting a lever action rifle in third person on a horse. So your reload is slow. To recock the gun is slow, which is good. So it gives a balance to how powerful the rifle is. I effectively have killed recons, so snipers, with that gun. That's how good and accurate it is. It's also tricky though, because it fires slower than it will usually fire. Yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick little look at the nitty-gritty of this game, and I hope you check it out. It'll be available to the 9th of September, so I hope I see you online. But if you're not in Australia, I won't be, because the Battlefield connection is a bit shit. Because it's a beta, and it's always shit. Enjoy your day, guys, or night, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Oh, yeah.